And I'm now going to look at one of the nearby cemeteries to see what I can find there, but I need to check out where the nearest one is. So there are two that's nearby, and the first one is Greyfriars Kirkyard. So I'm going to walk there now. And just behind the bus there is the Greyfriars Bobby pub, and it's a big clue because behind is Greyfriars Church. Follow the van. There's a grave here. Two Greyfriars Bobby, who died aged 16. Who was Greyfriars Bobby then? Oh, he was a dog, look. Erected by the Dog Aid Society of Scotland. And unveiled by the Duke of Gloucester. Oh, and there's a little other monument of him there. Look, a little dog. Well, why is Greyfriars Bobby so famous then? This is interesting. It says, in Greyfriars Kirk, the National Covenant was adopted and signed in 1638. In the kirkyard are objects of historical interest such as the martyrs' monuments towards the northeast and the Covenanters' prison towards the southwest. Also the graves of many citizens of Edinburgh. So hang on, this is really old, look. James Douglas, Regent of Scotland. So this is really old, 1581. Just along this side there are these areas that you can walk into. So is someone buried under here? Erected by Rose Kemp, in memory of her beloved husband, David Kemp. Can't really read the rest, it's a bit eroded, but you can see the top of that monument next door. This is strange, isn't it? It's like little outhouses. Sir Robert Sibbald, physician to Charles II. There's another one here. That you can't even read now, but that must be to him. Well, that's weird, isn't it? There's more down here. Well, that one is locked. What is this one? 1775. Jacobus Ferguson, James Ferguson. Don't know who he is. So his is locked off. And then there's another one in here. Someone's left flowers there. And an old fag end. So who's even in this one? Doesn't say. There's a name above that one, James somebody, can't quite read it. Who's in here? I can't walk in this one because it's gated off, but there's monuments on the wall. Well, those two walls. Look at the stone though, it's kind of interesting. That's like rose stone and yellow stone and rose stone. That's quite beautiful, isn't it? And the rusty old railings there. What else have we got? This one is open, or the gate's knocked off. That red stone on that side and the yellowy stone on that side. And then there's this one. Oh, and this gate's been popped off here. Alexander MacKenzie of Portmore, and oh, it says, look, underneath are deposited the remains of Mary, eldest daughter of James Mansfield, wife of William MacKenzie, writer to the signet. Also of James Mansfield MacKenzie, their second son. So somewhere under here, presumably then. This is sad, look, someone smashed this one up. But it's interesting how they're constructed, look at that, because there's a big hollow behind them, which is kind of interesting. Underneath, is that underneath are deposited? I can't even read what that says. And then there's this huge monument here, which is on the side of this building. It's really strange, isn't it? Who is this? These are all MacKenzies. Look, Helen and MacKenzie. That's MacKenzie. This is the MacKenzie place. And the MacKenzie railings just lying on the floor. Yeah, and so much for me trying to find the stones that were the most humble of them all here. But they're really interesting, aren't they, these side burial places at the side of the kirkyard? Presumably lots of the stones have been cleared away or fell over or something here, maybe, I'm assuming, but there's loads more at the end. Look at all of them. There's this one at the front which says, "This is the burial place of John Kennedy of something that I can't read in here." But there's absolutely nothing in here. It's a big space, just the monument next door. Call that person's missing their head, I've just can see. There's a fragment of a stone here. I wonder if that's from that, don't know. There's a load of obelisks there. What is this here? I don't know what that even says. Above that one. Oh, look! This one has got skull and crossbones, memento mori, look. Oh, and there's all bones that lead up to whatever that crest is. I think there's all initials in there, isn't there? I don't know whose that is though. Does it tell me outside? Let me have a look. I think this may be for the next door one. Oh yeah, it's this one. It's for this person's. Look, there's skulls here. What does it say here? Just trying to see. Oh, here. Is it Rachel Balfour? Is that? And look at these skulls here. Gosh, this is an interesting one. This is all dressed stone, all the way round the edges. Bit of an old broken monument there and an urn. Wonder where they come from. But there's nothing inside, only outside. So they're presumably just buried all under here, aren't they? It's not a vault, presumably. They're just buried in the ground. Wow. This is to Sir William Forbes. The gate is broken on here as well. So you can come inside. There's dressed stone to the monument next door again. There is a monument there, but there's a couple of other graves in here. Trust work, the work of him that sent me while it is my day, the night, oh dear, cometh when no man can work. Sir John Hepburn Stuart Forbes of Pit Sligo. Don't know how old that is. Look at the gate though. Wasn't intended for people to come in here. And there's even a metal railing roof in this one with plants. And look next door. Oh, who's this person here? I can't. There's someone else, Forbes. I think I just can't really read it. But look at that one next door. Goodness. Let's check that one out past the rusty old gate. Look at this. You can't see in. This has got a lock on, so you can't see inside. Even peering through, I can't see in. So there's presumably a monument in there. It reminds me of that building in Rome. I can't think what it's called. The Wind Tower. Is it in Rome? Patrick Miller of Dalswinton, 1779. Nothing in it. Oh look, there's a monument, look, just over there at the back. On that side. Something just there. Can't read what it says though. I'm finding these all quite exciting and interesting because they're quite different. We don't quite have this kind of thing. Is this a Scottish kind of thing? Is that Andrew DL? All dressed stone there. Again, this metal roof. Did it originally have had a roof on it, I wonder? Did they have roofs on? I don't know. Look at this. This is a really, really fancy gate. Look at this. I mean... Oh, look. Erected by Lieutenant Colonel John Monroe, Honourable East India Company Service. The East India Company. There's all around the side, look. They're just everywhere. There's even a locked one over here. Oh, wow. I can't get through here, but there's loads more on either side. Look at all these names. And oh no, it's not names, it's all the same person. The Adam family. I mean, this is probably, isn't it? You've got that one over there, but this one is pretty damn opulent, isn't it? Look at it, and this one, and this one. Look at all of these. The Murray family here. Mrs. Margaret Cleghorn, the wife of William Johnston, Esquire. Also of Euphemia and Thomas James Cleghorn. And Bryce Johnston, their children who died young. Why? Well, women in Scotland didn't take their husbands' names, right? So that's why she's a Cleghorn. But why is Euphemia Thomas James Cleghorn and Bryce Johnston their children? Why is that a Cleghorn? That's an interesting one to have a look at, I think. There's one of these really old-looking ones, like the monument over the other side. Crikey, look at this. Something's collapsed over there. What is this one? Can't even read it, it's so eroded away. But look at the faces. Over here. There's another Monroe there. That one you can't even read. Oh, this is interesting. I don't even quite know what it says. Reader. Something thine eyes, not for the dust here lies? Dust here lies? I don't know what that's all about. Oh, look at the skull on this one. Look, the skeleton along there. Dunlops. That says 1685. That's quite an old one, isn't it? And this is an unusual one. It's a bit like a table that Aslan the Lion was slaughtered on. Who is this to? Mrs. Mrs. Robina Barclay. Outside. You could spend hours wandering around here reading these stones. There's another bit through here. I mean, it's much bigger than I thought. Look, it goes all the way down. Over here as well. These ones are presumably a bit unsafe. These are similar to what was on the other side, so presumably you could purchase your own little area, and then in the ones on the other side they've just built them all up. These have got the names on as to who these areas belong to. Who's this one? Mr. Patrick Russell, 1802. I don't know what WS is. So we're on, well, I don't want to say the cheap seats because it's obviously not cheap, but these are different, aren't they? They're not all enclosed and built up. I feel completely bamboozled about who I'm going to really look at to do a bit of research on when I get home. I've no idea now. This is the most simple of the stones, really, that I've seen. Just says William Ramsay, banker, 1809. It's kind of ironic that a banker's stone is so simple, isn't it? But who was that guy? That one's got a metal inscription on the wall there. That's called Flodden Wall. So we're back at the church now. I've just come out of that place. It's still saying Flodden Wall all down there. I don't know why. Oh, I'm going to really enjoy reading about this place when I get back. There's more stones over there. There's a really simple round stone over here. Let's have a look what this one says. Whose is this? God, you can't even read it, can you? Looks like it's 1719 though, but can't read the name on it. There's another one of those over this way. Oh, there's one there too, look. I can't read what that says. Maybe we will get to find a least ostentatious stone. Who's this one over here? Do they have a name on? Bet it's going to be eroded away. Oh no. Is that Freemasonry? Can't read what it says anyway. Aged something. 1773. Can't really read the name though. What an absolutely fascinating place this is here. Absolutely fascinating. And these ones are amazing. They're just all up against the houses next door. They're really strange because they're just like the big Elizabethan monuments you see in churches, but they're outside and all stone. How old is this one? This here, look, this has got a date here, 1626. Is it really as old as that? It can't be as old as that, can it? It just can't be. It'd be like really eroded. How old's this one here? I don't know. I don't know how old these are. But they're very interesting. Anyway, my visit here has come to an end. It's been fascinating. I'm going to look forward to finding out more about this place when I get home and research it and some of the people whose graves I've seen here. Right, next stop is Holyrood. Oh, look. As I'm leaving, the van is leaving. So I'm going to follow the van yet again.